The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. They will run it. It's Fournette, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here comes Mostert. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific.
Away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're going deep for Hill. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And the first play will be a field goal try. Kicking into a headwind here in the 2nd quarter. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. So a long drive, 11 plays all told, but in the end, they come away with nothing.
And what can you do from an offensive standpoint except pat your kicker on the head and say, get them next time?
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Brady. He'll buy some time right. It's complete. It's Miller. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Mike 22. Mike 22. Let's go, baby. We turn over. Get that fire.
To throw is Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, an 8-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And he will...
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
Does get intercepted. There's going to be a lot of space. 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown.
Chris Godwin,
29 yards.
and the Bucs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one...
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the return will stop right around the 25. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdowns here so far.
And the Buccaneers are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Brady's going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Dancing to his left.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a deep case. He just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Bridgewater's throw is taken in by Waddle.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. And
they're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Brady. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Brady going to throw. Godwin's in their lead.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
Tonight, we've got the Cruise.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami.
Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. It's a rematch of one of the great NFL playoff games of all time. The Chargers and Dolphins underway from Miami.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards.
And the Dolphins need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for L.A. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. To throw is Bridgewater. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
The first quarter onside kick recovered. We like these, though. They keep us on our toes up here in the booth.
No doubt about that. You know that file that we tend to keep that says traditional, conventional? Those get torn up in a big way on that one, didn't they?
Absolutely. But, hey, it works. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Play action. It's Herbert. Steps away. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And he's brought down. And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty. And they convert. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. His throw incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
On 4th down, Herbert. That's good. Taken down behind the line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Eckler now between the tackles. He will push his way down to about the 14. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 30. They'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. Because to me, it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offense?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
They snap it to Herbert.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a two-touchdown lead, right? Because which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your play.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams, 29 yards. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Well, you know he can be explosive.
Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by his.
Need to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Herbert now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. From the 38, Bridgewater. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Second down and goal. Bridgewater.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds here. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down.
They'll go. It's Gaskin.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Myles Gaskin. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth quarter lead. It's a run with Mostert.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Looking to throw again on second down.
Herbert.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. They'll try and throw for it. And So time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins...
They hand it off to Mostert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Bridgewater here to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Bridgewater to throw. It fights him off. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Bridgewater. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should...
Let's play strong in the 2nd and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after...
About the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down.
Herbert going to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing here, Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost get off the play fake. Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Dolphins have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last throw here for Herbert. And out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Stafford on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the
logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he just gets rid of it. Looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams' 40-yard line. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Now it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford on the move. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Was Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now it's Stafford.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Stafford on 3rd down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Rodgers now on first down.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. Rodgers going to throw. They'll roll him out right.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked.
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did. You take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup.
On the move past the 40.
Touch.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd down and 8.
Back to throw, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
A.J. Dillon
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've...
And now here is another interception. And his guys are going to...
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Rodgers going to the air to start things out.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Throwing is Rodgers. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins.
Dillon will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now Brady.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you. He's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Brady's throw there complete.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They run once more with Dillon.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Brady now on 1st down. There's Evans again, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs are...
Brady will look to throw for it. gets Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 67 yards. And the Packers have regained the lead. But they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back. And fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking for the tying score here, down 15-8 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on 1st. Has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run it here with Bernard. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, here's Bernard. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Brady now on first down. Out to his left. On the right side, this is Miller. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Bernard. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Let's bring it. Go Bandit. Hey, check it. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Brady going to throw. Forced out to his left. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Leonard Fournette as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown. So it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, Brady.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
An inside give to Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second and 8 coming up. To throw, it's Brady. And Rudolph has it left side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing now is Brady. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And they're going to get this.
Coverage to keep him from getting the football.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Now a carry for Bernard.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Brady going to throw here. Flushed out right. And complete. Right side to tight end Rudolph.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final set.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defense. Defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, Willis. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Second down, here's Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Those defense for the Packers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw in film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
That's complete to Treylon Burks. And out across midfield down to the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Willis to throw once more. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, he'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
Jones goes diving, and he's got it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12. The Packers at 7-3 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Rodgers again now. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Oh, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Meanwhile, Willis' throw into the hands of Hooper. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
first down carry for Henry. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Austin Hooper from 4 yards out.
And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb from 19 yards away.
And the Packers have taken the lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
Taken from about the 12.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of
scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis, he's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On second down, here's Henry. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
Being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
On first down, Willis.
Buying time to his left.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across. To 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 33. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 35 on 2nd down.
Willis. And brought in downfield by Burks.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around.
He'll buy some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Malik Willis.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll go for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 28. 84 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll roll him out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Up the 1st. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And the busy night for Henry continues. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts.
with your offensive unit and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there.
The night's going on.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll let the fullback try it.
Extra point.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential.
We just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take out in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only called the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Here's Willis.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Running from the gun with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Henry. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got room. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Titans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Back to throw, Rodgers.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Titans are close to finishing off this football game. They'll try the right side with Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk